What's up, people? Pace Breaker here, and welcome back to my look at Dragon Ball Xenoverse for the PlayStation 3. Going a little bit more, I wouldn't say a little bit more in depth, but just covering the basics. Something that I didn't mention before in the last part, even though I've already mentioned it in the unboxing video, is yeah, this game is available on pretty much every freaking thing that you could possibly think of that is a mainstay. Really need to turn this off. Seriously, freaking notification. I'm not playing Warframe right now. Leave me alone. So, it's on PlayStation 3, it's on Xbox 360, it's on PS4 and Xbox One, and of course it will also see a PC release. So, there you go. Let's go. And just, I hate that about being a Namekian because people keep comparing me to Piccolo, they keep mistaking me for Piccolo. Freaking racist. I can't get over that. Just stop it. I guess I can't fault them. I mean, Saiyans are kind of slow on the uptake. I don't know. Whatever. That move right there was the Death Crasher. I'm currently training under Frieza. So, yeah. Oh, goody. Piccolo. The parallel quest that we're doing right now is, what's it called? Namek Berserker or Namekian Berserker? Yeah, this is another one of those. I wanted to do this one because I wanted to get Hellzone Grenade. Not just because, oh, okay, I was Piccolo's student. He was the first master that I actually finished training with. It's just because the move is awesome. The thing is yeah, you can't retaliate when you're on the receiving end, but you can actually use your super evasive skill, and if it's a good one, like say Vanishing Guard, then you can actually protect yourself from the entire attack. And then if you're the one casting it, you know, you're actually activating the attack. Yeah, if your opponent can get behind you, you know, if like, you know, and you're attacking their teammate and they get behind you, they get off like a special beam cannon or some sort of ultimate or whatever, you become susceptible to it, especially if your stamina is low. So you really have to think about trying to balance out your character. But the thing is that the balance isn't really balanced. It's more of which points do I allocate more into into my stats, which is the thing that I was actually kind of mentioning in the last video, that your stats don't scale up with each level. So okay, this guy's, you know, my Namekian is good with his health and his stamina. So you think that would scale up as I go up there in levels. I'm level 70 now. I don't think that was level 70 during the video. I think I was like level 68 or 69. You know, but no, I actually had to allocate points into my health, into my stamina. My health is sitting pretty at 40. My stamina is like, I think 28 or something like that. My basic attacks, that's what you have to pool into. Your basic attacks, your health, because you know the further on you go in the story mode, the stronger the enemies become. You don't have to boost up your stamina. I boosted my keys so I would actually have at least 6 bars. That's why I could do 2 supers. That's it. I don't really feel the need to go up there. No, I'm willing to actually show off how it is with some of the actual characters. Like, you know, Super Saiyan God Goku or Beerus or, you know, or any of those characters. They end up with like a crap ton of health, maybe a crap ton of stamina or an adequate amount of stamina. Ki ends up all the way across that, all the way across your half of your status, you know, your health bar and all that. You know, it ends up being all the way across that half. You know, just, oh, great. It's ridiculous. So you know, basically, your Ki Blast supers are what you're definitely going to be putting your energy into, because your strike supers aren't really all that many, and a good chunk of them so far that I've played aren't really that good. And just because you're upping your supers doesn't mean that it affects just like your primary attacks. It also affects your ultimate. You know, so if you wanted to use Blue Hurricane, which is a strike super, there you go. If you wanted to use Final Flash, then, you know, yeah, just up your key supers and you're good to go. And everybody has their own style. Some people might actually prefer to spam Key Blast, so, you know, they'll actually work on building up their key meter. Some people prefer to go balls to the wall nuts with their melee, and they'll work on that. Some people prefer to hang back and try and use their super as early as possible or something. You know, and I do appreciate that the game does try to cater to different styles, but at the same time, the engine that's in place, the system for leveling up and affecting your attributes, needs a lot more work. The RNG factor of how you get items, you know, how you get accessories, equipment, and abilities, I feel like that could have actually used some more fighting styles would have been good. There's the fighting styles of the default races: Human, Saiyan, Majin, Frieza race, Namekian. You know, yeah. But I'd like to augment that. Perhaps, maybe, if we could take on the style of the fighter who's Z-Soul that we're using. Not just having the additional perks of having one, but by actually putting on, say, Future Trunks' Z-Soul, now we end up fighting with the sword, if we happen to have one. You know, or something like that. You know, so now we take on this person's fighting style, because everything else is just, it's cosmetic. I mean, Corrin's staff, the power pole, Tapion's sword, you know, any of that is all cosmetic. And the sad thing is that you can only have one cosmetic at a time. That kind of sucks. Because I'd like to be able to have, like, maybe, you know, a scouter and the sword. And I don't get to have all that. You know, no, it's only one accessory. I'm not trying to make the game sound bad. I'm just, you know, stating grievances I have, which is what everybody does. And, you know, and that's how you do. You know, especially if you like something, you will actually give it both positive criticisms and negative criticisms. Except for the fact that I'm not trying to be totally negative with the game. At the end of the last video, I rated the game a 7 out of 10, if not 7.5. Oh, something else that irks me is that you don't get to charge your ki naturally. Instead, you have to do melee. You know, you have to damage your opponent in order to even build it up. Unless you then, you know, and then you have to go to the skill shop and buy ki charges. The first charge that you get is slow and weak. Then you get, like, a couple of other ki charges that you could possibly use. So, you know, yeah. Those are good. So, yeah, here we go. This fight right here. I did this solo first time. It took a bit of doing, but I managed to actually beat Piccolo. Especially because at that time I was using his special beam cannon. In this case, yeah, see, here we go. And so I started to use the Angry Shout, and I think I may have actually properly evaded that. Huh, nice. See, so you could actually put additional points into your other stuff, but if you mess up, then, well, you're kind of stuck unless you can gather the Dragon Balls and then wish for Shenron to reset you. And then you can start over with, you know, and put your stats back where they need to be. Cool thing is that you can create 8 different characters if you wanted to once you've beaten the main game. And as soon as you beat the game, then you create as many characters as you want. And those characters just spawn in Toki Toki City, and, you know, you start off plain, you start off basic, level 1 and all that, you know, with your standard moveset. But you have access to all of your items, all of your accessories, all of your gear, all of your abilities. And you can actually put those on. There's no level cap on any of it. And you can just start out OP if you want it. in terms of like skills. I suppose you could put on high level gear if you can afford it too. I mean, Zenny isn't anything in the game. I mean, you can easily pick up that much, and be covered. I mean, it did get kind of like ridiculous to the point where I had like 10,000 Zenny for my entire suit, like all 4 parts. So that was like 40,000 Zenny, and then it was like I think 80,000 Zenny altogether. And I wasn't complaining because heck, I kind of needed it and I wanted to get the trophy for it and all that anyway. It's just the artificial difficulty is definitely something that I feel could have been done away with. Rather than actually having the enemies be more skilled and thus more of a challenge, more abilities and capabilities. Instead, they have like super armor and just like way more health rather than actually just plain being a more difficult, challenging fight. I mean, I've fought challenges before. This just feels more like, you know what? I'm just gonna put this crap up. I'm just gonna tank. I'm just gonna be like, fuck that. I'm no selling all this, and that's kind of not cool. Well, not kind of not cool. It's just, it's bull. Man, I still ended up getting hit by it. And see, and then with the dark aura, you can spam all this. The AI definitely could use some work. I mean, goodness, seriously, fighting some of the AI characters in some of these parallel quests ends up being annoying. Like Future Trunks constantly grabbing, and doing his heat dome attack. That's a trip, man. I do like that they do have like these hidden challenges, these prerequisites in order to further this.
You seem useful enough.
But this right here, I want Hellzone Grenade. What did I get? Great Sandman Bandana 2. Twice. What did Scruffy get? Hellzone Grenade. I mean, it's just when I thought Destiny was already ridiculous with giving this kind of crap out, doing it like this. This game also ends up doing it. But it ends up being sometimes just completely ridiculous and useless stuff. I suppose you could gift it to somebody. Oh, right. There we go.
Yeah.
That's it. Another thing that irks me. There's like no chat. I mean, there's like preset stuff, but there's like no chat box, no like in-game voice chat with your team, no friends list. You actually have to go and like pick people from a list of recent players or whatever, and you have to do this from the time space delivery, and then you have to add them to your favorites, and that's how you do it. What? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If there's another way to do this, then please let me know, because we could all actually do with that information. Because for the most part, this is just absurd. This is, I don't know. I played too many other games that actually allow you to have a friends list and message people and all this, that, and the other. I mean, granted, you could just do that through PSN or Xbox Live or whatever, but this is 7th and 8th gen. Come on, it should be more advanced than this.